My first time in San Francisco was in 2002. I came with a goal in mind. I wanted to see the San Francisco Ballet in action and see if we could be a good fit for each other. But what really struck me during my first stay was the beauty of this city. I completely fell under the charm of this city by the bay. At that time, I didn't know that San Francisco will become my home, where many amazing places and neighborhoods became a part of my own history. My everyday was surrounded by art with the War Memorial Opera House, the Symphony, the Conservatory of Music, the SF Jazz, our ballet building. In this building, I spent 14 years as a principal dancer and discovered new repertoire to dance, a family of dancers, new friends. One of them had the good idea to set up a blind date for me. That's how Geneviève entered in my life. After a lovely blind date, we needed to get our official first date, so we decided to ride our bikes on the Golden Gate Bridge. It felt very romantic and a precious moment on this majestic bridge, like in a movie. But it turned to a disaster. When I lost my backpack, which was attached on the rack of my bike, with all Genevieve's belongings in it, I was feeling so miserable. After riding the bridge 2 or 3 times, I saw a police officer and I explained him the situation. Then he just looked at me and said, "I just hope it's not your first date." Well, it was a surreal moment, and even more when the backpack came back to the ballet. But most important, Geneviève always kept her smile. 2 years later, we were looking for a beautiful outdoor place to get married. And we found it just next to our house in Vernon Heights. An amazing spot where the city was our background, witnessing with our friends and family our union. We were simply ready to leap in the next stage of our lives, and that led us to have our beautiful son Matisse. The arrival of Matisse made us discover the city from a different point of view from what we knew about San Francisco. As new parents, we spent, of course, hours in recreation parks. And we spent also sometimes in one street, Balmy Street. We have walked many times this street with Matisse, looking at those beautiful murals. Each time, it's a pleasure to rediscover those murals through the eyes and imagination of my son. And funny enough, at the end of the street, we can see a painting of Michael Jackson, who has been my main inspiration to become a dancer. Today, I'm a former principal dancer from SF Ballet, and I like with my family to spend time in Baker Beach. This place is just the perfect playground for the entire family, and also a peaceful place, and a beautiful metaphor to express where I stand right now, facing new horizons with my family. I feel that my first full circle with the city has been accomplished.